Hello, Ran here, AK Mac, and welcome. In this week's Around the Verse, we had a ship-shape segment focusing on the Aegis Javelin. Now, this is the 345-meter capital ship being developed alongside the Idris needed for Squadron 42. There was a cool bit of footage in the background, like a cinematic trailer for it, so I'll keep that playing and I'll just tell you about what we saw as well. Now, because they have developed the Idris, they have a wealth of experience and assets which help them create the Javelin much quicker. They did show us a little comparison between both the Idris and the Javelin to show the differences and the similarities between the two. We saw the briefing room and just how they made it for each ship, as well as the gravity generator. They started by blocking out the floor plan to ensure that all the rooms are included, things like the mess hall, the barracks, the gravity drive. It has 3 decks, which is pretty cool. Each deck is completely individual and representing a particular area of the ship, which you will instantly recognise due to this fact. So the lower deck is engineering. It's dark, it's hot and sweaty. This houses the engine rooms and the cargo bay. The mid deck is your habitation area, so it's clean, it's bright, it's quiet as well, as it's away from the engines. This holds the hangar, the med bay, the brig, plus the crew quarters and the mess hall. And then the top deck is your technical area with the captain's quarters and access to the bridge. Now, the whole of the ship is divided by bulkheads, so if a section gets damaged or there's a breach, the bulkhead will close and isolate that section from the rest of the ship. And then it'll require an engineer to reroute the power from that section to the rest of the working systems. I do hope, though, that we'll get to be able to send like an engineering team to manually override the bulkhead, locate the problem, and then possibly repair it. That would be awesome. Now, the hangar bay is elevated, and it's on the left-hand side, or the port side of the ship, and it allows you to land upon the ship's surface, and then it will lower you down into this sort of small area. Great, they say, for launching dropships, and personally I think it'll be great if you need some supplies bringing back to your whole crew. If you're out on a job that's taking a long time, it would be cool to have deliveries to there. Now, the rear turret is tracked. It is absolutely huge, and when not in use, it lowers itself or moves itself to the back in between the rear thrusters, so that keeps it pretty safe. But on the other hand, they say that players who are looking to attack the Javelin can see if the turret is being readied or not in use, so you can determine when a good time is to attack. Now, they say that the Javelin is fully functional. They're having lots of fun running throughout the Javelin, having firefights, which just makes you shiver. And it looks like it could be something out of Star Wars, having firefights through the corridors and in the hangar bay. It's a complete FPS map itself, bigger than lots of other FPS maps in games. Now, we saw the bridge during the November update, which showed it. It was in the big guns of the UEE. It showed the huge crossbar going across the centre of the cockpit window, blocking the captain's view. Because we saw this, the community requested a change, so they did. There's now a much larger unhindered window for way better field of view. Another example of why, how CIG are creating this game, not just for what they think, but what we want. They are currently working on some trailers for Squadron 42, so they're looking into ways to get more natural light into the Javelin. It plays an integral part into Squadron 42, they say, and I just cannot wait to see it. But anyway, through the trailer that we are seeing in the background, we saw a prisoner being escorted to a cell within the ship, and it looks like it says cells 1 to 14, so quite possibly there are 14 holding cells within the Javelin. You can see some EVA suits behind glass, because you're not expected to wear your EVA spacesuit all the time, and so if there's a breach or you need to evacuate or maybe even just repair the exterior, you'll need to grab this suit and make sure you put it on. The elevator we saw at the start, I think, is the lift to the bridge. I'm not sure because there is a big cargo lift towards the front of the ship as well. We'll have to just wait and see for that one, but it did look quite small. On the bridge itself, we saw a scene of it powering up, and I can just imagine being on that bridge myself for the first time with all your org mates or your friends, just seeing it come to life is just, oh my god, that's going to be amazing. Now, the ship is caked in turrets. Obviously, the rear turret is huge. It's going to be a well-defended ship. We saw the hangar elevator rising up with the Vanguard. They say you get such a good feeling when that goes up. We saw a section of the engine room. I do love the corridors to the hangar bay. I can just imagine holding off attackers. But then we got to see the hangar bay itself, and it is actually really big considering it's on board a ship. There's an interesting control room. I have no idea what that's for. Lots of escape pods. These are the pods that we actually saw in the Homestead demo when they went planetside. It was the Javelin escape pods. We saw the habitation area with a few bunks and a huge cargo bay with that basketball net. Anyway, this was just a quick update regarding the Javelin. It is practically ready. Whether or not we'll see it around the 3.0, maybe there'll be a surprise. I don't know. I'm not sure if they really know yet whether they want to show the Aegis and the Javelin before Squadron 42 either. Hopefully. To be honest, I don't even know if I want to see it before Squadron 42. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button, please. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and I shall see you next time. Don't forget that commenting on any video in April and being a subscriber to my channel will enter you for the Starter and Starter Package draw, which I'll draw at the end of this month.